Chairperson, Mr. Mooney, present. Vice Chairperson, Mrs. Danchison.
Here.
Supervisor, Mrs. Kariva.
Present.
Treasurer, Mr. Gaisy.
Here.
Secretary, Ms. Turcott.
Me. Here. Sorry.
Solicitor, Mr. Karpovich.
Present.
Engineer, Mr. Yanuzzi.
Here.
Police Officer in charge, Mr. Litweiler, is absent. Zoning Officer, Mr. Kurtz, is absent, and Code Officer, Mr. Urbanis, is also absent. But both have provided reports for the board tonight. At this time, I'll open up the floor to public participation on agenda items. Hearing none, we'll move into approval of previous meeting minutes. These were circulated for the board's review via email, also printed for public review. I'll ask the board for a motion to approve the June 2nd, 2025 regular meeting minutes.
I'll make a motion.
Do you have any questions? Or?
No. One sentence here. That we hired the code officer for the summer. You got an increase, is that the same deal?
I don't remember that being in. I think that was there.
No, it's there. It's, yeah. It's the last page. Under new business.
Yeah, I was just looking at that, I remember, I know it was in June, so it was a while ago that we had hired him for the summer at that rate. So I guess we'll talk about that in executive session, if that's going to change now since summer's over. Because he's not here anymore. He used to come twice a week, but he can't come anymore.
No, he comes after his full-time job, yes. He was here today, actually.
But that was only for the summer, yes.
He was working increased hours in the summertime.
He was working extra.
Yeah, that's what I meant to
It was
say.
only for the summertime.
Exactly. Okay.
Which I think that's what it states, that it's for the
Summer
summertime.
months.
Yes, so that's over.
So maybe, yeah, maybe we can put that on the agenda for executive session. We're talking about personnel.
We can discuss it.
Okay.
Just, if his pay rate is only for the summer month, can we just reduce it back to what it was then? I don't think it needs to.
Well, it just stays where it was.
All we did was we put an emphasis on code enforcement during the summer months, so he worked more during the summer months,
Yeah.
handling different areas of
So
code
your point
problems.
is you want to make sure he goes back down on his pay.
Yes.
So I think
He
it
wasn't
automatically,
automatically getting that.
It
He was
automatically-
telling us when he worked.
it
He was telling
automatically
us-
goes back.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's nothing that requires us to do.
From my understanding, he was here certain hours during the day, but those hours then shifted to the evening.
No, he was working extra
Okay.
on top of what.
Yeah, just for the
Okay.
summer.
Just for the summer.
Okay.
So
And
that,
he would tell Mike when he worked, so now he's not going to tell Mike because he doesn't have that extra time.
Okay,
so those
so,
figures
all right.
will decrease now. Automatically, it doesn't require us to do anything.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay.
Is there a second? I'll second it on the question. Boomy? Aye. Danchison?
Aye.
Kariva?
Aye.
Motion carries. Next, I'll ask the board for a motion to approve the June 2025 special meeting minutes. It was held on June 16, 2025.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second it. On the question, Mooney? Aye. Danchison?
Aye.
Kariva?
Aye.
Motion carries. Next, I'll ask the board for a motion to approve the August 4th, 2025 regular meeting minutes.
I'll make a motion. Jess, you sent us these minutes the day after.
Is there a specific question, Jill, or?
No, I'm fine.
All right. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
On the question, Mooney? Aye. Danchison?
Aye.
Kariva?
Aye.
Motion carries. Finally, I'll ask the board for a motion to approve the September 2nd, 2025 special meeting minutes.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second it.
On the question, Mooney? Aye. Danchison?
Aye.
Kariva?
Aye.
Motion carries. Next, we'll move into the treasurer's report. Mr. Geisel.
Okay, on August 1st of 2025, we started in the general fund with $127,541.51. We got $78,742.66. That includes our $19,900 from Verizon. Our lease payment finally came in for the year, so that was a nice boost. We paid $107,403.82 in bills, $32,066.38 in payroll, and we have an ending balance at the end of the month of $66,813.96. Late funds start with $32,137.73. We got $135.50 in tax money. We got $40.16 paid for bills. We have an ending balance of $32,233.07. Fire funds start with $5,050.44. Took in $134.35, ended with $5,184.79. The zoning fund started with $60,288.39. We got $10,221.84 in fees. We paid $11,365.43. And we ended with $59,144.80. Local service tax fund, we started with $24,501.21. Took in $23,421.44. Paid $718 and ended with $47,204.65. In the state fund, we started with $178,813.27. Got $7.56 in interest. We paid $1,929.64. And we ended with $176,891.19. In our recreation fund, we got 9 cents in interest. And we ended with $22,245.20. Our fire escrow fund was no activity, with a balance of $549.50. And the crime watch was no activity, only $217 aside for that. Let's see, as far as bills go, you have the list of bills attached. We released the retainage on the high asphalt paving job. We got all that paperwork. They fixed everything to the engineer and the supervisor's satisfaction down there with the stone. Let's see, anything else? That was nothing much else to note there. We are waiting for, I want to point out on our grants, our 2025 multimodal transportation fund grant, the $100,000. We are still waiting for that from the state. The state, we send them paperwork and then they go and they ask for more paperwork so we can send them everything they've asked me for, and we're just to receive the $100,000. So right now the balance in our general fund is a little tight at $66,000, but keep in mind, we're owed $100,000, from the state, and then $25,000 more for the park grant. And then also for our comprehensive plan, we'll get $14,000. So we have the grants, it's just the timing between when they come in and when we ask for the money, and we keep asking PennDOT. All right, and the other thing, as part of my report, we'll go over liquid fuels. So our PennDOT municipal services representative came out, he looked through everything. He had a meeting with us, and he gave me a note and some correspondence that they'd like us to reimburse $29,842.58 for failure to submit the completion report for the 2023 road project. So they didn't have all the reports back then when it was done, and they looked at it and they wanted reimbursed, so as the money would go back to the liquid fuels fund from the general fund. And I just want that to be aware.
Mike, what was that total?
$29,842.58. It was a piece of a larger project back before I was on board.
And before I was the engineer.
Yeah.
Before I was a solicitor.
There you go. But we're fixing it. So, and I don't know if we want to, if it would be an option to borrow from the zoning fund until our 100,000 comes back, or...
When do we have to pay it back by?
As soon as possible.
Yeah, they were expecting soon, so. And it's just going to go into us that we're going to use the money that we put into liquid fuels for the PID project. It's going to be used, it's just for, making everybody, happy, so to speak.
I have a question, Mike.
Yes.
On the bills, liquid asphalt paving construction outside municipal buildings for $5,000. What was that for?
That was a fix, right? They fixed that spot.
Yeah, that was for the inlet box on the outside there, 924 now.
Okay. And Dave Urban, I feel that was the bill that we tabled last time. I mean, he did a fabulous job at the playground. There's no doubt about it. But that was a huge, to me, that was a huge bill. Close to 10,000, if it wasn't over 10,000. That was probably, we really should have bid that out. That was a huge job.
Yeah, it's under 10, right?
$9,200.
Well, this is showing it's under 10, yeah.
So if it's under 12.9, you don't have to. And between 12.9 and 23.8, you need 3 estimates, and over 23.8, you need to put out for bid.
I thought it was 10. This is wrong.
It keeps changing every year, that's why I have a cheat sheet here. Every year,
Different.
they do CPI index, and so it keeps adjusting itself, but right now it's 12.9.
All right, I thought.
What was it? 9,200? 92.
And one more, Mike, sorry. Elliott Greenwich, 17,000.
Yes.
What's that?
That's for some litigation. I don't know if the attorney wants to comment on that.
Litigation. If you want to discuss an executive, we can go.
Okay, thank you.
Mike, the LST, can we move some of that over for the payroll?
For the police payroll, we could.
Yeah.
I think I could calculate how much it is and move that.
Do you want to do that now, or do you want to wait?
Let me calculate it, because I'll
Okay.
put it on the agenda for the next
Yeah.
meeting, for the amount.
Okay. And then, do you want to take a portion of that then from the general fund and move it to pay the liquid fuels back, or do you want to just borrow it?
I mean, the zoning fund is really just general fund money anyway, so
Yeah,
Right,
I think we'd separate it just for bookkeeping
Yeah.
purposes, but
Yeah.
that's my thought. That's up to you guys too.
that's fine.
Just take it
It's
from
moving
somewhere.
funds from the thing, it's not, you're not losing that money, you're just moving it from fund to fund.
right.
Will you make a note for LST for next month?
Yes. If you'd like to move the zoning money and accept the report, the amount is the $29,842.58.
So I'll ask the board for a motion to approve the August 2025 Treasurer's Report, approve all presented bills for payment, and also to move $29,842.58 for the 2023 road project in completion of documents from the zoning fund to the state fund.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second it. On the question, Lumi, aye. Danchison,
Aye.
Kariva,
I'm going to abstain from that.
motion carries. Mike, anything else?
Okay, no, that is all.
Thank you. Next, we'll move into the solicitor's report. Mr. Kirkovich.
Two items, Mr. Chair, under my report. The first one's the appeal of Jonathan Good. I'm assuming that's on there because the township issued a notice of violation, and it was an appeal from a notice of violation. So the zoning officer has the burden of proof. So sometimes in the past, when it's a notice of violation, my office represents the zoning officer at the hearing, because the zoning officer has initial burden of proof to show the violation. So I don't know if you want to do that, continue that practice. If so, you're going to make a motion to allow us to attend the hearing.
When is that here?
September 15th.
15. Let's see. 15th at 6.
Okay, I'll ask the board for a motion to appoint Solicitor Karpovich to represent the zoning hearing officer for the September 15th zoning appeal hearing.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second it.
On the question, Lumi, aye. Danchison,
Aye.
Kariva,
Aye.
motion carries.
The other item is the zoning text and the map amendments. Everybody recalls Jack Rowley is preparing them. And since that time, I think when we brought up, maybe we should address the data centers in our zoning ordinance, because that seems to be the hot button issue these days. So I said, as part of doing that, maybe we should see where Jack's at and include the data center amendment with what Jack is doing and advertise them all at once.
Yes.
Is okay with that? Or?
So would we do a data center like an ordinance next?
What we'll do is I think we should put data centers in the industrial zone and maybe expand the size of our industrial zone. Because I know there was some criticism in the public in the past that our industrial zone's not big enough. So maybe we could add to our industrial zone and include data centers in there. Because it seems to be the area where we're at in our energy use. We put solar in there. So we'll do data centers in there. And we'll look at amending the map and then additional industrial area, which I think we already told Jack to do. So I'll draft something on data centers and then we'll tee everything up for December. Is that
It's all over the news. Okay.
Data center.
Yeah. Like everybody's doing the ordinances now.
The map has to be updated too, because it's like you said, it's inaccurate. It's not updated.
Yeah, and then we were going to combine the C zones and, because we really don't have a downtown district, business district. It's all commercial highway.
Just to clean it up a little bit,
Yeah,
organize it.
so if you guys are okay with that, it doesn't require you to do anything, just give me I'll work on a data center ordinance and
Talk
get
about
it
that
to
first.
Jack and incorporate everything at once.
Okay.
And then once I have it drafted, I'll send it for circulation. I mean, there's two issues with the data center. One is noise, and the second one's water. That's it. Other than that, it's a building filled with computers. So if you do, so you want to put it somewhere, and then wherever you put it, you set decibel levels, and you address water usage. They're the two issues. And sometimes height.
But you agree we should
Well,
do
you gotta
something?
address every use.
Because something's gonna happen and we have nothing in place.
Yeah,
It's just like before we addressed medical marijuana facilities and different uses that weren't envisioned in the original zoning ordinance. So as new uses come about, we don't have them in the ordinance, so if somebody would come in with a use like that, we're kind of unprepared. So I think, plus the map too, we have to update the map, because that map's
I know.
hasn't been updated.
Everybody tells us that.
guys okay with that? We'll try to tee something up for December, or
December?
it's only September. And I could try to do the data center quick if you want. You want me to add data center quick, or?
Yeah, then we could do it all together.
I would just do it all together rather than piecemeal. Right?
You want me to, do you have me do the math, Tony?
Yeah, you could do the math.
What, is that the map up there?
Yeah, I'll get you with Jack to, Dominic.
Something,
That's the latest. Which is wrong.
It's hard to read.
Yeah, it is.
What's the date?
Actually, the other one that wasn't like an overlay from an aerial was easier to read.
It's June 8th of 2020.
No. Yes, Dominic, I'll get you with Jack has and then you can work on the map.
Yeah, I could take care, I could make it, I could color code it.
That's what it needs. I mean, everything's green and brown there. Am I missing
Yeah.
something? Or?
It's hard to see, yeah, for sure. Okay.
Yeah. And then all those tax amendments were done by Jack. I'll just incorporate the data center.
Yeah,
And we wanted to combine the C zones. 'Cause we don't have a downtown, business, we have a commercial highway. So it didn't make sense to have those two districts anymore. They were the things we're working on. Okay, now we know what, yeah.
Thank you. Next, we'll move it to the engineer's report, Mr. Yuzzi.
So, just an update on the parks, as you know, the Miners Park is completed, just got to let the grass grow, and the 18th of September is going to be
14.
14th, excuse me. 14th is going to be a grand opening.
Sunday. I asked Dave Williams to come. He was on vacation, but he said he's back that day, so we should be able to make it. But he said if he comes, his presentation's an hour and he needs an overhead projector. So he likes to do it inside. So maybe we'll just ask him if he does show up to say some words about it and not get into the full detail of because he can't do it at the park, right?
It would be difficult. We have we're putting together a tentative program, and we wanted to keep the presentation to probably 30 minutes or so. Because if you go too long, it drowns out.
Okay, all right. More. Okay, waiting for the pedestrian gate to come in for the American Legion Park, and then once that comes in, then I could work with Colin and Lewis and Danny, and we'll go over the walkway that goes in there into the park from the front, okay? So we'll discuss that once that gate comes in. It's probably in any day, that's what I keep hearing. Okay, roads, the PIB, the two sections of the PIB were, notice of intent to award was sent to the contractor, then waiting for the bonds. I believe I got the bonds tonight, certificate of insurance, so we're gonna put together everything. Donnie, you wanna review the final package of everything once it's all put together?
Yeah, you go through and I'll take a look through.
Okay, all right. I'll send that to Donnie as well. So that's ready to go. I would imagine that they're going to be starting, maybe mobilizing, if we have everything together, maybe by the end of this week, definitely by next week. They're going to start the drainage first. As Mike said, the multimodal was closed down. However, the state's asking for information. I sent them, they wanted it in a different format, which I'm going to redo, and I just sent all that information to PennDOT as well. So we're getting close. Okay, so you only owe the 100,000 right now. Am I correct?
Yes.
So that's still not.
That's right.
Okay, all Okay, on to my next item is just the resolution for the transportation set aside program funds for the pedestrian improvements along SR 924. There's a grant application due at the end of October. However, there would be a meeting sometime this week or next week where we could discuss it with PennDOT, explain the project, and then they'll give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down if they want to accept it. And this is basically improving SR 924, the pedestrians to be able to walk along SR 924 towards the post office up to the municipal building, and we'll get that started in phases, because that's going to take multiple phases to get that done. So that's what that resolution is here for today. It's for $350,000 transportation alternative set aside fund.
There's no signature lines for the soups though. You wanna,
Yeah,
I'll
I
just name one.
yeah, you guys can make the lines, yeah, so,
just sign next to it or?
We could just sign it.
Yeah.
right.
Looks
So
like it only needs my signature.
Yeah, no. That's how.
that's,
Sometimes-
Approved.
sometimes they accept it with just the secretary on it, but the supervisors could sign it as well.
Yeah, if you guys, just if you adopt it tonight, just sign it.
Yeah. So anyway, it's just a resolution to apply for $350,000 transportation alternatives set aside program.
So I'll ask the board for a motion to approve resolution number 9/8/2025-001, a resolution requesting PennDOT transportation alternative set aside program funds for the pedestrian improvements along SR 924.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second it. On the question? Mumi? Aye. Anderson?
Aye.
Kreva?
Aye.
Motion carries.
That's it. Unless you got any questions.
Comment. I got a phone call at 4 o'clock this afternoon. How he had my cell number, I don't know. I don't know this man, I don't know what he looks like, he explained to me where he lived. But I found it's Michael Olszewski. He lives right off of Old Mill Road. I told him to come to the meeting tonight. He could have asked you any kind of questions there was about what's going to happen to Old Mill Road.
Is he here?
And no, he hasn't worked tonight, so I promised him I'd give you his name and phone number.
Okay.
And he's usually home in the evening. He lives on Old Mill Road.
Yeah, there's only one person that lives on
Yeah,
the
so
road. The guy
that's how
down.
I could get who
Okay.
it was.
All right.
But he had questions about drainage, and I told him that I would give it to you, so that I can answer.
I'll sit down, I'll call him up. So you said he's working tonight, so
Yeah.
I probably, I'll call him.
Dominic, I already spoke to him.
Okay.
And one more thing, since you're talking about the parks and all, we have a resident here, Kyle, Justin. I think he'd like to maybe just stand up and say something about the park, if that would be okay.
Jason. Oh, yeah.
Jason, I'm sorry.
Well, my name is Jason Grant. I just wanted to thank you. I'm a deacon at River Mountain Chapel. I also live in Eagle Rock. I believe you live in Eagle Rock.
I do.
So stop by sometime. I'm on Lake Valley Drive. And I just want to let you know we had a maximum capacity for Push the Rock Camp, which is an international camp that focuses on bringing kids to Christ. 48 kids attended. 30 accepted a pledge to commit to play sports with integrity. And this is the second year. Last year, we could only fit 30 because of the improvements that you made at the park. You truly blessed us. We maxed out at about 48 kids. And 30 came to the youth group we had two weeks later, and we went to Valley Scoops together. So we are truly about just serving you in the community, and that's my lifelong commitment. My wife and I own a company called Skilled Bridge, and we're all about helping developing countries and underserved communities. And we really appreciate what you've done and how you've blessed those children, and we hope to continue to serve you in the community in the future. So bi-weekly, we're going to start working with these youth, and if it's okay with you, we'd love to continue not to bring them to the church, but to meet them here in the community where they live. We're getting to know a lot of parents, and we plan on having movie nights with your permission, using the facilities during the winter, and just serving them. Everyone's Act 34 has their Act 34 clearances through the church that serves in this youth ministry, and we feel it's going to really bless these children. And I just wanted to thank you for coming here tonight. It really changed lives. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Jason, on behalf of the board, thank you for what you do, and the rest of the church members for what you do for the children in the community.
Thank you.
We appreciate that. It was a great turnout, it sounds like.
Yes.
It's a good thing for this little town, so thank you. Appreciate
Hi,
it.
he was asking me about in the winter if there was, I just want to bring this up, if there's some place that they could meet inside.
Yeah.
I mean, this is one room, kind of small. Would the fire company help them out with doing things in there or not? I know he
The
was
president of the
looking,
fire company is here, you could.
he was looking for places for inside.
Yeah, and our goal, our goal is not to make it seem like we're trying to just get them to come, because that's not the goal, and the motive is to get them to come to church. Our goal is just to serve them here in the community. And if they choose to go to any church, that's fine with us. So that's why we'd rather meet them where they're at. And the relationships we're building with the parents have been equally rewarding as well. So that's all we're trying to do, is find a safe place for them that they can attend in their communities and build those relationships.
Great program.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Also, one more thing, as you know, you're talking about with the economic development here in the Northeast region. Our company's been also working with Emmanuel Christian and also Dan User, and we're excited about these opportunities that hopefully will uplift and create more jobs and job creation in the market. So that's all we're trying to do, is serve in the community. So if there's any opportunities for a place for us to meet them where they're at, we'd be very grateful for that. We can use the church. The church is always welcome, but our pastor feels it's best. Many of the kids walk to the camp on some of these streets. Brandon, Brianna, we probably had 15, 20 kids that their parents were walking them there. So we did a carpool to Valley Scoop, so that's why our goal is to meet them here. But definitely the church is always open to come. But sometimes if they don't know us very well, they haven't attended a church, sometimes that takes time to build those relationships until they're comfortable with coming to the church. But if there's an opportunity here, we'd be grateful, and they're always welcome at the church.
Thank you.
There's nothing further.
Can you hold it till public comment?
What's going on with Second Street? You got the engineer here.
So we'll discuss it under public comment. Next, we'll move into the police report. Jess, do you have that to read?
No, I don't have it.
Two abandoned vehicle, one alarm, one assist, two ATV complaints, one civil, one EMS, one fire call, two harassment, one noise, one property check, one psychiatric subject, two suspicious person vehicle, 43 traffic stops, and 2 warrant service. Total of 61.
Thank you. Next, we'll move into the roadmaster report. Mr. Danchison.
Good evening, everyone. Pretty short report. The guys have been, I'm sure everyone has noticed, the guys have been out cleaning up litter, filling in potholes, and trimming the grass around the whole township. We asked them to clean up Brandonville to get ready for the paving project. And one thing I wanted to add, Wendy and I, we make our daily trips through the township. There's a good dozen or more trees through the township, like on Fiendville Road, Pole Road, Old Mill Road, Green Mountain Road, that have to be cut down before the winter. We always cut them, especially before storms, but there's a few that are very large that need to come down because they're dead. So we might need to get some outside help because we do not have a bucket truck.
Uncle's Hill too.
Right, I'm sorry, Kunkel's Hill's bad. Other than that, the guys have been very busy and they have the township in tip-top shape. That's it.
Thank you. Next, we'll move into the zoning report.
Okay, we had applications received this month. There were 8 reviews. There was 1, permits issued 6, and 2 are under review. Zoning applications received this month 4, 0 denied, 6 permits issued, and 2 applications under review.
Thank you. Next, we'll be code officer report.
Okay, got that too. 7 abandoned vehicle complaints, settled 8 complaints, 1 rodent complaint, 2 NOV complaints, 3 hike grass complaints, 1 house inspection, and 1 house re-inspection.
Thank you. Next, we'll move into old business. I'll ask the board for a motion to ratify Dave Irvin's tree service for work performed on the American Legion playground.
9,200.
I'll make a motion.
I thought we did make a motion to pay those bills.
We did. What we're just ratifying is work. I'll second it. On the question, Mooney, aye. Atchison, Kariva,
Aye.
motion carries. Moving next into new business, discussion and motion to purchase bulletin board for township building for community announcements. Should we discuss that?
Well, several people brought it up to us about, is there a bulletin board somewhere where they can come to the township building and actually physically look? We talked about this several times.
A digital one.
Well,
No.
I wish we could get a digital one, but no,
I have my
just,
bulletin.
just like,
The one that's outside with glass doors, you
Yeah.
can post things.
like
So a lot of
something like that, or like a bigger one. I don't know. I
So a
feel
lot
like
of
everybody
requirements.
I feel like everybody looks online now anyway.
I mean, isn't everything on our website pretty much? I mean, Jessica.
In a lot of requirements.
Well, you've brought it up to me several times that people come to the building and look for the agenda on the window, so instead of taking it
Well, that's because
constantly.
that's the law. It has to be on the agenda. It has to be posted on the window.
Yeah, but what she's
That's
talking
not an
about is
announcement.
taking those postings and put them in the.
Outside.
On a, like on a
Bulletin board.
bulletin board, so they're not taped in our windows everywhere. We can either get one that attaches to the building and has like a key of glass and open it up and we can put things in it, or we can get a pedestal one, we can put it right out here, we can put it out closer to the highlight and the camera's right there.
Good idea to go closer to the highway.
Yeah, like out in our little, where we have the sign and stuff.
Do you want to get prices for next meeting?
Yeah, I mean, the most expensive one, they start at like $200-300. The most expensive one's like $1,100. That's like a big, sturdy, weatherproof plastic shell bulletin board. So, that's it.
Any discussion from the board? Zoning, thoughts?
I mean, I think we talked about this year after year after year, and we just never thought it was, there's no good place outside to put it with the weather, and who's gonna be responsible for doing it?
Well, the secretary will update it, and it's weatherproof.
I mean, I always thought it was a good idea, it just never happened, because we never, it was never a good place,
This is
and
like a big one.
It is 2 glass doors though,
Yeah.
that's how you get
Tom and
access.
Jamie, do you know like of suppliers that do playground equipment that do them? You probably do.
I do,
I mean, I
but
found them online.
those playground equipment people, their stuff is pretty high priced.
Yeah,
I think
so
you
just
maybe
order it.
gotta
We could put it in.
find something.
How about have the Boy Scouts making one?
There you go.
They do that for projects.
There you go. Okay.
Eagle Scouts.
Yeah,
Where do you find an Eagle Scout when you need one?
I'll ask
I just
around.
moved. There's a certain time period that they do their projects.
They all have to do it. If there's any that are seniors in high school, they all do this project. It helps them get into college.
My son already did his Eagle Scout project, sorry. You would have let me know earlier.
Maybe you could do
I'll ask them there.
Never too late to be an Eagle Scout though.
Okay, you have to leave it hang out there for now.
Always
So
let
that
it
we,
hang.
Or even a bow tech program.
And give it to my purchase.
I'll do some research.
Take a
Let me mark this.
We can put it in the 3 little libraries we have all over town. Yeah. Just 3 of them.
Is there?
Yes.
Wendy, can you send me a picture of
Yes.
Okay, so there's one motion there.
Next, we'll ask for a discussion on a date for a work session for purposes of discussing township policies and drafting the township's 2026 operating budget. Any ideas on
Was that
dates?
last one tabled, Kyle? So
Yeah.
We didn't really table it, there just was no activity, there was
You're gonna
no action on it, so
okay.
we'll revisit it next month. But we don't have to officially table it, we can just put it on the agenda for next month.
Okay.
When do you want to meet for budget discussion?
Just tell me the date.
Preferably earlier than usual, so that we can get it done without having to post a special meeting to adopt the budget. That we could do it, Mike, it's read twice, correct?
Right, we need 30 days to leave it out, so that's usually what we do.
No, you don't need 30. I'd see
25.
10 or 20.
Okay.
Not multiple choice.
Can we also do like a training on the website somehow, that's in like, so we can get trained and we can get all the minutes and everything on the website?
Yeah.
We have to adopt the budget by the end of the year.
Even I knew that.
And you gotta make it available for public inspection. So you have to advertise it for public inspection. Oh, there it is. October 2.
Kyle, in October, so there's lots of time.
Board shall be public notice, advertising, newspaper, general circulation, public inspection. 20 days. I mix them up with boroughs. Boroughs are 10, townships are 20, but nothing's 30. It's definitely not 25.
Do you want to set a date now, or do you want to bounce ideas around for dates we can advertise? If you want to do a work session, then we can do an advertising. Thoughts?
Do you want to toss it around and advertise it?
That's reasonable.
Do you want to, reach out and see if someone can maybe Zoom with us
Mhm.
and train us on the website?
Lastly, I'll ask for a motion, and then we'll have discussion and a motion on setting a date for the Eastern Union Township Haunted Trail event.
So Eagle Rock's doing their trunk or treat on the 25th, Saturday, or yeah, Saturday before. So I'm thinking Friday, are you available Friday? Are you available?
Yours is the 24th, you know, so
Yeah. Does it matter if it's a Friday or Saturday?
Saturday would probably be better.
Does it matter if Eagle Rock has their trunk or treat?
Thank you.
usually on a Saturday.
But is it a
It's
daytime
usually
thing?
it's usually midday to the evening. Yeah,
So if we did hours at night, that might be good then.
I think so. Yes. I'll find out and send you a note.
Do you think having it on the same day?
Well, especially if that's more during the day,
Yeah.
and ours is towards the evening.
Bring everybody
I
up
might
here.
get more people to participate.
It's a really good idea.
Are you available Saturday?
Saturday?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to sit Saturday in the city, but we're off.
I'll confirm.
Okay.
Send you a note.
Let's tentatively do it on Saturday, then the 24th.
Saturday,
25th,
25th.
I'm sorry.
25th.
Do you want to make a motion to that effect?
Yes, I'll make a motion to have the annual haunted trail on October 25th. I think I'm going to start it a little bit later this year because it was too early, I think, last year.
I don't even remember what time.
I think we started at 6. We'll do it a little bit later. I'll put a flyer out.
There's a motion and second on the question. Mumi, aye. Danchison,
Aye.
Kariva. Motion carries. Next, I'll open the floor to public participation on non-agenda items. Yes, please state your name for the record.
William Weber.
The gentleman behind you.
Second. One.
Who's going?
He said that.
You have the floor.
You just had to say my name.
Oh, he thought you had.
Yeah, state your name for the record before you speak, so we'll have it for the minutes. Go ahead, the floor is yours. You're recognized.
I have nothing to say this time.
Oh, okay. I thought you had something to say.
No.
All right.
Norman Bisco. One question on Second Street. What are you doing?
Dominic, do you want to explain the project that we discussed at the special meeting last week?
Yes, sir. So, this, just to, you're in the lower section of Second Boulevard, I believe, from, you would be north of Chestnut, correct? Your
Yeah.
section? Right, okay. So, the township applied for community development block grant funds last year. There was a glitch in some paperwork. They didn't let us know until early this year to be able to rectify that information that they wanted. It was rectified and resubmitted. They were not able to do that funding this year for the drainage part. However, that part was bid out. Okay, so as part of the project, it was broken up into 2 parts. One would be Second Boulevard south of Chestnut, including Chestnut, and then the other section would be Second Boulevard north of Chestnut, okay? So the south of Chestnut portion came in at about $100,000, okay? The north of Chestnut came in at about $250,000, okay? So at the last meeting, it was discussed that the township felt it would be beneficial to wait to do north of Chestnut after they find out if they get the community development money to lessen the burden on the township. So north of Chestnut is scheduled to be done next year.
Yeah, but that's what you said last year.
Understood, however,
And the year before you said that.
no, I wasn't here the year before.
No.
Okay,
I mean, we have a county commissioner here. We can ask him maybe if he could help us because we applied for
I think
the,
Dominic said that was the information came in and it wasn't on time, so.
it was on time.
The reason I came tonight, Wendy, was because last month someone said my administrator lied and my grant writer lied. That's not true. I spent time with both of them, with Commissioner Fedora, and everything was done with properly, but the information wasn't turned on in time. Sorry. Okay?
I'm not sure that's accurate either.
Well, I don't want you people calling my administration liars, okay? That's why I came tonight.
So you and I discussed this multiple times.
Yes.
And we had initially submitted the project last year. We had to survey 50% of the homes in that area. We surveyed, unbeknownst to us, 49.5%. Gary Bender told me on the phone that he should have called us and told us to survey one more house so that we could qualify for the grant program. He told me that later. That phone call never occurred. We were denied for the grant. There was discussion with the county in your office. There was discussion about money being found from a different place. Demolition fund, something like that. We had this discussion on the phone. That money didn't come through for whatever reason. I think we were told that it wouldn't be able to be moved quick enough for this paving project.
Correct.
So we delayed this particular part of the project to next year in hopes that we can reapply, which we did, for that grant funding. That's $85,000 that this township can't really afford to spend, and we really need that block grant money. So it's submitted, and we're asking, and I think the board's asking for your help.
Charlie will cooperate with you and get it done next year, yes.
Yeah.
But it won't happen this year.
Right, and the low to moderate income in that, in Brandonville in that section was over 90% low to moderate income, so
Understood, right.
it's definitely needed for those residents. While you're here, it was nice to meet you. I never met you in person. I did talk to you on the phone. There is, as you heard what I said, the section north of Chestnut is about $250,000, which is a lot of money, and it's mainly due to the amount of drainage that has to go in there. Based on the high amount of low to moderate income residents there in that neighborhood, the township, we were going to request that the county assist in applying for the statewide community development, which could possibly fund the whole project. Would that be, I know you can't make that decision here, but just so you're aware, they're going to be asking the commissioners
I'll certainly talk to Mr. Bender and the commissioners about it. yes.
to help them,
Sure.
to help them with that. So
Sure.
we have numbers now, so they're real numbers, and it was kind of I gotta say, almost earth-shattering when we saw those numbers come in for that section. So we appreciate that, and thank you. It's nice for you to come. Thank you.
Sure. Thank you.
Okay. So,
Does that answer your question?
Part of it.
Okay.
I have another question for you. What's going on with the firehouse, the old firehouse in Roundup? It looks like a dump zone.
It looks, I'm sorry, it
It
looks
looks
like,
like a dump, like a scrap yard. What's going on there? It was supposed to be open in spring with people selling stuff. It's been closed up the whole summer. Daddy stood and said, we're gonna hire some people, and we're gonna be selling equipment out of there, nothing's been done. You look coming down the highway looking there, it looks like a dump inside. I mean, the next time you come down, just look in there, looking at the firehouse. I mean, is he going into the scrap yard business or all scrapping for him? Well, what's your code officer doing? He should not even allow that.
do you want to file a complaint?
Sure I do.
Okay.
I want to file a complaint on that too, because there's garbage
You
everywhere.
don't have the floor.
I'm just
You don't
telling
have
you.
the floor.
Well, when I get the
You don't
floor,
have
I'm
the
going to
floor.
file a complaint.
You don't have the floor.
So it's a mess.
You don't have the
It's
floor.
a dump. It's shameful. It's shameful.
Excuse me. I said stop talking.
I'm
You
done.
don't have the floor.
Okay, and
You're
I'm
not
done
going to just
talking.
disrupt things.
I'm not
That's not
disrupting.
happening.
I'm
told you to
just
stop
backing
talking.
off of his. It's a dump.
This is your warning.
Okay. It's a dump.
Facebook to them.
It is.
Do you want to file a complaint?
Yes.
Okay, we'll give you the paperwork after the meeting then. Anyone else under public participation? Yes, Edwina.
Edwina Manaskevich. Dominic, on the pedestrian improvements sidewalk, is it just going to be the east side, or are we getting both sides? Or to begin with, the east
it's
side?
just a phase. I mean, just to get from here to the post office is probably going to be like $700,000. So it's just going to be like piece by piece. And I've done them before, and you can't ask for too much, or else they like to spread the money out, so you have to do it in little pieces. But eventually, I believe the plan is to do both sides, get a crossing as well, like a flashing light so people could cross and make it safer. So it's a work in progress, and I mean, I know I was here many years ago when there was the dream of the Miners Park, and here we are today and it's here, so if the township just keeps plugging away, chipping away one project at a time, so hopefully it'll happen, okay? So,
Yes, sir, please state your name for the record.
Yeah, David Walton. I work for an organization called Push the Rock, and we ran a camp here this summer, and I want to thank you publicly for your support for our efforts. The upgrades at the park are tremendous and much appreciated, and so we had 48 kids, and they had a great time. So can't thank you enough for getting behind us and making some improvements.
Well, we appreciate what you folks do as well, so thank you for
It was
running the program.
our absolute pleasure. Hopefully we'll do it next year, about the same time in the summer. So
Excellent. Thank you.
my pleasure.
All right, so afterwards, after I adjourn, we're going to go to executive session on personnel. We're not going to come back into session as no decisions are going to be made tonight, so we'll report on that next time.
I have a question before you close it. I haven't had my hand up.
Okay, you have the floor now, you can speak.
I want to file a formal complaint
Can I
with
have
Brandville
your-
Fire
Can I
Company,
have your name?
Stefan Gurniff. It is a dump. There is garbage in the center of it. You can't get to it. It's a safety hazard. Plain and simple. I understand that it's yours. Your business.
It's not mine.
It's named after your kids. Yes, it's yours. So
Kevin knows
it's a dump. There's plastic flying all over the place. It's on the roads. Every time there's a storm, there's straps all over the
Okay,
place.
so
There's
I'm not gonna get into an
junk all
argument.
there's junk all over the place.
First of
There's
all,
no fence around it.
You have to
It's-
We have the floor.
I have
all the time.
my
Like,
tone.
yes, you come in here
My tone.
attacking us.
I'm not attacking anybody.
You are.
I'm filing a complaint
Okay, you
against the
you
Brandonville
can
Fire
lower
Company.
your voice.
I'm making sure that you can hear me.
And that.
I'm making sure that you can
That
hear me.
road
Okay, but
is clean.
hey, maybe
up
I'm
all
hard
the
of hearing.
time.
Maybe I talk loud naturally. I apologize for that. But it is. There's garbage everywhere.
That's not true, there's not garbage.
Drive there right now. That center around the building where there's dirt is filled with plastic and straps. There is garbage. I have pictures of it and video of it. So
Okay,
yes.
Okay, so your point's noted. If you
Very
want
mature.
if you
No,
want
I just
Go ahead.
repeated what you did. Video and picture.
I do.
if you want to submit,
I will.
excuse me, if you want to submit a complaint, I can give you a form to submit a complaint to the code officer.
Thank you.
That's the process
I understand.
that the township uses in order to field complaints. Yes, sir. Please state your name for the record.
Danny Dancherson, Brandonville. What amazes me is that when you come into Shepton and you see the Lex property is an absolute dump. No one says a word about it. If you drive down Schoolhouse Road and look at Bureau's Utilities, an absolute dump. No one says a word about it. No one's here complaining about how Dino Ciccione has their stones stacked, and their pallets, and their blocks, and their bricks. No one is saying a word about West Castlelavage's property right up from the pumping station, and it's a dump. No one is saying a single word about the Karifa Farms, the way their hay and their junk and stuff is stacked like a mess everywhere. No one says a word. The Brandonville Fire Company, before Marmel Industrial purchased it, the windows were smashed out. There was garbage, weeds, people in the parking lot doing drugs, trees, stumps everywhere. No one said a word until I purchased it. And until my wife became supervisor. Now all of a sudden, the $5 million worth of brand new equipment down there isn't stacked nice enough for everybody, so it's an issue. And there's straps and garbage. Drive through Shepton past Wokie's or past Stewart's or walk into the post office and take a look at the garbage on the ground that no one has a word to say about. But because I own Marmel Industrial and Marmel Storage and everything else Marmel, it's a problem. because my wife is a supervisor. I like that on record. And I will file complaints about all of it with everybody, so we can play this game fairly.
You already have.
You already have.
Thank
You don't have the floor. Again, this is your warning. You're rude, act professional. You're in a public forum, at a municipal meeting, and you act like a child. Is there a motion to adjourn?
Excuse me.
Dino, yes, go ahead, please.
Yeah, Dino.
Some positive news, please.
I know Danny well. Danny, is there, when you cited our place as an example, is there something wrong with that?
No, it's just the
Okay.
point. No problem with it at all. My point is, no one can say that you should restack your stones or restack whatever you have outside. It's good enough for you. I think it's great, but that's my point. No one has the right to go down there and bitch that Jonathan Burrows has those porta potties not stacked nice, and he's got the same metal containers blocking them all in. No one has the right to go and tell anybody what they put on their property or how they put it. But because it's me, there's a problem with it, relentlessly and weekly. No one's talking about how the Karivas stack all their stuff. Take a look at their properties. No one's saying a word because who cares? They work day and night like the rest of us. Who cares how they stack their stuff?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Motion to adjourn? All in favor? Aye. Meeting adjourned, thank you.